I just thought this might be helpful for some of you just to see the process of how I do things. I found that if you try to work on all those goals in January, you get pretty burned out. How am I really doing on these goals? Hey guys, welcome to the video this week. This is an extra video that I'm doing. I'll still be doing the weekly vlogs on the channel, Less Hustle More Coffee. If you're new here, I'm a vlogger and I live in the Nashville, Tennessee area with my husband George and our two dogs, Dexter and Maddie. So every Saturday at 7, I come out with a new vlog. Basically just whatever we're doing on the weekends mainly. I work full-time, but occasionally I do these little extra vlogs for anybody that's interested in following along. And I thought it would be, since it's July, I thought it would be a good time to just kind of look at the goals and see where we are so far in the year. Are we getting there? Are we not? I just thought this might be helpful for some of you just to see the process of how I do things. Some of these goals may be things you're interested in too. You know, I let you all know what my goals were at the beginning of the year. And so it's just kind of a accountability thing for me to put that out there and then to get back with you and let you know, how am I really doing on these goals? So one of the things that I do is have a word of the year. I just think that is something that is just ever present. That's going to be something you're working toward or thinking about or really wanting for the whole year. And for me this year, I settled on the word transition because of the fact that I am going to be retiring soon. There's just a lot of things that have to be changed around and thought about, and the word excited me because I wasn't able to retire at the beginning of this year, but just knowing this year that we're working forward to that for this next year just really made me feel good. So I was pretty happy with that word of the year, and just want to throw this out because I also have a phrase of the year: embracing the art of well-being, cultivating health, savoring simplicity, sparking creativity, and finding restful serenity. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I told AI what it was that I wanted for this year. I asked AI to put it in a paragraph form that was just beautiful. And that's what it came up with. And I liked it because, you know, I just kind of want... let's see, looking back at some of what I wanted to see in 24 was just like things like peace, happiness, simplicity, easy, rewards, love, joy, contentment, time with family, time with dogs, be able to plan retirement, have healthy meals, great YouTube videos, more subscribers, more creativity, more enjoyment of life, less stress, rest more, walk more, read more, have spiritual leading, and play more. So that's what I was seeing in 24. But you know, most of my goals are kind of related to home, my channel, retirement, taking care of mom, having less stress, having health, and always being God's child and doing His will. It's very important to me to meet my family's goals, what God wants me to do. It's just very important for me to be meeting my responsibilities, you know, as far as home, work, family, friends, and mainly just doing what I'm supposed to be doing in life. But it's also important for me to have balance. Let's see how we did. So I've got my goals here for 2024. So let's go over those now and see how we did. Okay, so the first one, and these are not in any particular order, get a passport. No, I've not gotten the passport, but I do have the paperwork here that is mostly filled out. I did have to ask Mom a few questions just to make sure that I knew Mom and Dad's birthplace, and just make sure that was right. So I did have to get some information from her. I've got it all. I just need to fill it out, make my appointment, get my picture made, and all of that. So it's kind of a work in process that is in the works. Get the extra laptop working. I did that mainly so that I could take that on a trip with us. And I will just tell you that there's a reason why I quit using that laptop and got the Mac. I probably just won't be using that laptop again. It just really wasn't, it's just not very powerful anymore. It's just old. So yeah, but I did that goal. I actually, did use it when we went on the trip. It was useful at times, but honestly, I think the iPad would have been just fine. All right, so fix things in the house, lighten and brighten the house. Well, I'm just going to tell you that George has mainly been doing most of that. He did get the basement fixed. We had some serious problems down there, and it looks much better. He also has worked on the perimeter of the house, and that looks better. And if you've seen my videos, you know that, I've been showing you what he's been doing. He removed the door that had all the Dexter damage. My big thing for inside the house, and what I was thinking when I actually came up with this goal, was to paint. It is time to repaint some areas, and I'm very excited about it. There's just some time constraints with that, but no, that has the painting, which is originally what my intent was, did not get done. One of the things that did get done is that I took down the red maroon curtains in the living room and put up some very, some lighter beige, just really pretty curtains. And it did make a big difference in lightening and brightening that room. Yeah, I'm gonna give us good marks on this, but we still haven't painted. Financial awareness. I'm gonna say yes. My goal in that was to just make sure if something happened to George, I knew how to pay our bills, what bills we had, and his passwords to get into some of the things that he has, where our important papers are, stuff like that. So I took some pretty good notes. I hope I'm okay there. And then use my camera more. So this is July, and I'm just going to tell you, I think 4 out of the 6 months that have happened, I've used the camera more. And when I say more, I mean mainly photography that I have used in my vlog. I am not happy with the Canon EOS M50. It's not Canon. It's totally me. I don't know anything about photography. I don't have time to learn about photography. I'm interested in it, kind of, but I just need to be able to click and go. And so I've been using my iPhone, and now I kind of want a new camera that's easier for vloggers to use. I got my eye on it out there, so we'll see what happens. So I also wanted to do more planned content on YouTube, and by that I mean like what I'm doing right now, where I sit down with a plan, we talk about it. It's a more specific topic. I still do the vlogs on the weekend. It was my goal to have just one video extra a month of just talking about a specific topic where I can get into more detail. And I'm 50% on that. I had like appendicitis at 1 month of the year, and I don't know, things just get really busy, and you can't, I'm working full time taking care of Mom. I can't always get to an extra video a month. That's okay. We're working on it. Improvements to the blog and the vlog. And I'm going to say I'm probably about 50 to 60% on that. There's still a lot of things that I can do and things that I want to learn to do. I'm kind of coasting in that area until I retire, but I think I've made some pretty good strides and have made some pretty good changes. Well, I don't know that I'll actually go into all the details on what I've changed in YouTube and on my blog specifically. I did change the theme on my blog, which is lesshustlemorecoffee.com. It's the same as the YouTube channel name. But yeah, I've done some pretty good changes on there. Just, considering the amount of time that we've had. Clean out my email flags. Yes, I did leave a lot of them because there's just some of them that are going to take time because they're reminding me of something. And I'm probably not going to have time until I retire to totally clean those out. But I did clean out a bunch that just didn't matter anymore. Photo project. Total fail. I just have thousands of photos on my iPhone. It's okay. I've just upped my storage with Apple, and I'm okay with that. It's not that much a month, and I don't have to worry about it. But I do want to do my photo project. I just don't really know that that's going to happen this year. But I want to move things over by subject, possibly even by year. And it's just a bigger project than I have time for right now. Simplify life. That was a big goal. I was trying to make myself come up with, 6 or 8 ways to simplify life. And basically, I'm happy with the changes that I've made. And I might make one more. And we'll talk about that here in just a few. But I am no longer tracking my work hours. I used to keep a log of the time that I came and went and added it up, and just to see how many hours I worked in a week. No, I'm not doing that. This is my last year of working. Nobody's asking me to prove my time. I just feel like by my presence and my work, the people can see when I'm there and they can see when I'm not, and I'm getting my job done. And I just don't feel the need to spend all the time tracking that. If somebody begins to have a problem with my time, we'll discuss that then. But I do not spend the time tracking that. That's just a waste of an hour a week for me. Flexing on my World Bible School hours. If there's a day, instead of setting I have a habit of setting rules for myself so that I have a rule to follow. It's kind of like a game with me. I'll set up all these little rules. Instead of adopting 20 students a day, my new rule is adopt what you have time to sit and adopt. I get my grading done, my instant messages through there answered. Those are the key things. Mainly, I'm flexing there and being okay with it. I no longer calendar block. I was trying to every week sit down and figure out when I'm doing what at what point in time. And honestly, my life is so ditto right now that it's pretty much the same every week. So the only thing I really have to flex as far as time blocking is just if I have to take mom somewhere on a Monday night, it just means I have to get more done Tuesday through Thursday on my videos instead of Monday through Wednesday. And I can just do that juggling in my head. I don't really need to block out certain times because I know my time block for working on the videos is going to be between mainly 6 and 7 p.m. every day, because that's just when I get home from work and can start working on it. The final simplification that I made in my life, I'm still working on it, is just not caring. And that may sound crude, but there's just certain areas of your life that you look at and you go, this is not worth the fight. It's not worth the argument. It's not worth giving a flip over and getting stressed over it. So I'm learning to let those things go. And they are things that I would never have let go in the past. But yeah, I'm letting go of caring, and just take that with a grain of salt. You know what I mean. It's just picking your battles, and I'm tired of fighting battles, and sometimes you just have to watch the train wrecks happen because you're just not going to be able to stop the train, and so it's just not worth standing in front of it. So just let it steamroll down its path and leave you out of it. So, all right, so we're going to get Maddie boarding ready. See, I've got my notes over here on the computer. Maddie is boarding ready, and we went to Texas, and she did fine on her little trip, and she will be boarded again this year when we go on our little trip to Texas again. Working on the cost and the budgeting. I've been doing my own hair. I actually did it today. I kind of was trying to take away the bob look and get it kind of into a little sassy little cut here. I probably will allow myself to have a couple of haircuts a year. Still doing the nails and toes professionally, mainly because Mom really likes that and I'm still working, and it just helps me out too. I don't know what will happen in retirement because she still likes to get hers done, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so on the cost, reducing costs, I actually started buying my gas at Kroger, and I think it's a lot less expensive. Usually I just buy gas wherever it's convenient, but I have started looking at that a little more. Shopping, usually the shopping I do is very, I want to use the word scripted. It's very, I use a company for my household products. I use Target for paper and plastic. I do a lot of sale shopping as far as clothes. I do buy things on Amazon. So I've been trying to order less on Amazon. I do end up spending some on supplements, gadgets, things like that. But I try to make it, things that you just really need, Eating out less. I've been doing that for a while, actually. Just, taking my lunch. And that's been working out well. I do allow myself to go out to eat with the girls. Anytime they say they're up for it, I go. Mom and I go quite a bit. Do have some expense there. George and I have not been going out quite as much. So we have some gift cards that we're enjoying from Christmas, and we're starting to use those up because we realize the year is like almost half up, and it's like, hey, we need to use our gift cards. So that was kind of fun. We went last night to Outback. That was a gift actually to George for something he did for someone else. So that was really nice. Working on my wardrobe. I wanted to make my wardrobe a little more colorful, and I did clean out the closet in kind of a Marie Kondo video, which is on my vlog. But I wanted to have a little more color. I found myself having like black and gray. I don't know. I got on a gray kick, and it's like everything was black and gray. So this is actually something I bought this year. It's very comfortable. I love the colors of the ocean. So I've been wearing a little more pink, and always wear my aquas, and just trying to kind of gear my wardrobe into a more comfortable retirement wardrobe. I've been doing that for the past couple of years, and I find myself looking for something to wear to church, and it's like, oh, well, okay, maybe I need to get a couple more, church blouses. But I am on the search for deals, let me tell you. It's got to be a certain price or it's not going to be had. One of the things that I wanted to do this month is to do monthly analytic comparisons on YouTube. I keep shaking the camera because the camera is sitting on my desk and I've got my elbow. Sorry. Monthly analytic comparisons with YouTube. Just keeping up with the number of subscribers per month and various analytics that YouTube looks at in comparison month to month, just so you can kind of keep track with, the number of views and watch hours and, all those kinds of things. So it really is not important right now because it's just going to be what it's going to be. I don't really have a lot of time to do a lot of improvements on YouTube. So, until I retire, there's just not going to be a lot of extra time. So it's just going to be what it's going to be. Because we're a vlog, and we're videoing actually in real time what we're doing. And if what we're doing is not interesting, then the channel's not going to grow. And we're basically just simple people, and just a very simple vlog. So not a lot of planning to it right now. All right, resolve the gut issues. Boy, I thought I had that whooped with the appendicitis attack earlier in the year. I kind of think it might be the other way around. It might be the gut issue caused the appendicitis. I don't really know. I know that your gut is like your second brain. It may even be your first brain for all we know. But I had that one checked off. It's unchecked now. We're still working on it. We're back to working on that again. It's just a continual thing. It's a learning process. And I've just recently done an extra video on that, just on my journey. I'm on a journey. Oh, have a health and wellness focused year. I think we're doing pretty good with that. I think we focused more on eating healthier food this year. We did kind of go crazy after my appendicitis because we thought, yay, she can eat again. Let's eat, and yeah, we did that, and we gained some pounds. So we're kind of back to focusing again. I think we're doing okay on that. I'm totally tanking on the exercise front, continuing on focusing on the household cleaning plan. I'm going to say 60% on that. I have really done a better job this year of trying to make sure I get my housework done. I try to get the most important things done every weekend. One of my big things that I wanted to do this year was just to get everything on a workable rotational basis. So I think I've done that. I've got pretty much everything programmed into my iPhone. If I see something that's not popping up, I'll add it in and just set up a reminder every so often as needed. And so that works really well for me while I'm working. And the other thing is just to continue focusing on mom's care. She's just got some things that she needs taken care of every week. We take her to church. She needs a driver to get to her doctor's appointments, and also to get groceries every week. Just, she has a list of other things. Georgia's been kind of taking care of her car maintenance and, any issues there. I do some shopping for her on Amazon, sometimes returns. Yeah, we have to take her places like T-Mobile or Lowe's or that kind of thing. So I haven't really had to dive into assisted living care. Of course, anything could change at any time. I do want to be able to help her clean a little bit, but I don't really think that I won't have time to help with that while I'm working. We would just, she would just have to hire somebody, I guess. I don't mind helping with that some here and there. When I'm retired, I'll have more time, but that's my goal. So let's talk about it, how we did. And I'm just going to tell you, I think that I'm very happy with the accomplishments so far. You can see the little sign behind me. There is where I've been checking things off. And that board keeps me looking at it every day. And it's kind of fun to check it off. And I'm pretty happy with working full time, taking care of mom, doing World Bible School. We've been able to see friends some, hanging out with life group or church or whatever. We've really done a lot this year. And to be able to get some of those things done, or most of those things done, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's talk about the rest of the year. the goals are still on, okay? There's still intentional things that, I would like to do. I pretty much pushed myself on a lot of these to get them done. I've tried to be okay with it if I didn't have time, but knowing that the last half of the year is going to be much busier, I'm okay with letting most of these things just relax. I'm pretty much okay with that, because I'm not okay with the health and wellness and the gut issues and, things that are really important. But as far as the videos and using the camera and all of that, the extra videos, if I get to them, I get to them. I'm pretty committed to my weekly goals. I don't really want to not do those, but honestly, there may be times when I can't do that, like when we're traveling or getting ready for Christmas. But I'm okay with relaxing on some of these things, just because I know retirement is coming and I can feel it. And if I need to relax on some of these so that I can get through the rest of the year, because keep in mind, I wanted to have a peaceful, less stressful, more content, more happy, healthier year this year. And so in order for that to happen, I may need to ease back on some of these, like the passport. Do I really need to get that this year? Probably not. Do I want to? Yeah. So I'm gonna try to get it. I'm not totally throwing it out the window, but I'm not going to beat myself up either. So that's just an example. And then the other piece that I promised you that I would talk about is how I manage to get my goals done, because I think this is one area that might help some other people. Basically, what I did, I came up with my word of the year. I came up with my paragraph of the year that kind of explained how I wanted to feel, how I wanted, what the end result was, how I wanted to be, happy, peaceful, content, and all that kind of stuff. And then I wrote down all the things that were important for me and things that I felt I needed to accomplish so that I can meet, all of my goals, my family's goals, household goals, things that I'm involved in, so that I can meet and improve on all of those things and just be a better person living a better life, I guess you could say. So I wrote down all the things that I thought was important, and then I broke them down over the year, what months, because I found that if you try to work on all those goals in January, you get pretty burned out by, February 1st, if not before. So I spread it out over the year so that it wasn't, a huge task in January. And then I also plugged them into my iPhone reminder. I'm a Mac girl. I'm an Apple girl. So I plugged all that in, and it will pop up. Every morning when I get up, I look at my iPhone reminder and look at my list. Sometimes I'm like, nope, not today, and forward it to another day. I really love that reminder app on the iPhone. So you may have something similar. If you don't have an iPhone, you may have some similar program. I also do seasonal bucket lists. And they're mainly, restaurants we want to go to, things we want to do. We put our birthdays on there, holidays on there, and I put projects on there because it's just another way to keep them in your face, and it's fun to check them off. I also have a Notion account, and you've heard me talk about that before if you've seen my videos. So every month I kind of have my monthly checklist on there. But I also keep up with my grocery lists and Amazon list, what I'm going to order from Melaleuca, what I'm going to order from Target. So whenever I go to place those orders, I have my list right there. It's just kind of an organizational program that I use. And those are mainly the list. I also have my little board here in my office, and I see that every day. So that's pretty much how I keep all of my goals in my face. And so I hope you are doing well with your goals. I thank you for being here, and I hope this was helpful to you in some way, or if not, just entertaining in some way, in some small way. Come join me on my weekly vlogs every Saturday at 7, Less Hustle, More Coffee. Don't forget to subscribe, and then you won't miss those. Give me a like, leave me a comment. Let me know what your goals were this year. Let me know what your top 3 goals were. I really like to have the blog as a community. I love hearing from you guys as well. So thank you all for being here, and we'll see you next time.